Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. If you've ever held a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar in your hands, you might have wondered, could this coin be worth a fortune? In today's video, we'll be diving deep into the story behind the iconic bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar, its unique features, and the million-dollar question: could your 1776 to 1976 half-dollar be worth up to $1 million? Let's find out. To understand the potential value of this coin, we first need to explore its historical significance. The 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar was minted in honor of the United States bicentennial celebration, commemorating 200 years of American independence. It was a part of a special series of commemorative coins, including the Washington quarter and Eisenhower dollar, all featuring a dual date, 1776 to 1976, to mark this momentous occasion. What makes the Kennedy half-dollar special? The reverse side of the coin features an elegant image of Independence Hall in Philadelphia, where both the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution were debated and adopted. This design, created by Seth G. Huntington, is a departure from the traditional heraldic eagle featured on earlier Kennedy halves. The obverse side, of course, still features the iconic portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, a symbol of hope and progress in American history. Now let's talk about the different varieties of the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar, because not all of them are created equal. There are several mint marks and compositions that impact the value of these coins, produced in large quantities but typically less valuable. Also common, but some rare varieties from this mint can be worth more. Here's where things get interesting. Coins minted in San Francisco can be either proof or uncirculated, with some being made of 40% silver, the most common composition found in regular circulation. These coins were struck for collectors and contain 40% silver. The silver content alone makes these coins more valuable than their face value, but rare errors or pristine condition coins can fetch much more. If you've got a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar, it's important to first check the mint mark and the composition. Coins with the S mint mark in 40% silver, especially those in uncirculated or proof condition, can be worth a premium. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How could a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar be worth $1 million? Like many other coins, the Kennedy half-dollar has its share of mint errors that can dramatically increase its value. This occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, causing the images and lettering to appear doubled. A double-die Kennedy half-dollar from 1976 could be worth thousands of dollars, depending on the severity of the doubling. These occur when the coin is struck outside of the center, leaving part of the design missing. Significant off-center strikes on a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar can make it highly valuable. A planchet is the blank metal disc that becomes a coin. If part of the planchet is clipped before the coin is struck, it results in a unique and valuable error. The condition of your Kennedy half-dollar plays a huge role in its value. Coins that are uncirculated, meaning they have never been used in everyday transactions and show no wear or tear, are worth far more than circulated coins. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS65, mint state, or higher can be extremely valuable. If a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar in pristine condition, perhaps with a rare error, surfaces at auction, it could potentially fetch up to $1 million, especially if collectors are competing for it. A 1976 S40% silver-proof Kennedy half-dollar, graded PR70 Deep Cameo by PCGS, sold for over $10,000 at auction due to its perfect grade and flawless mirror-like finish. We're diving deep into a coin that has caught the attention of collectors and treasure hunters alike: the 1980 D. Kennedy half-dollar. Believe it or not, some of these coins could be worth as much as $1.2 million. So, if you've got some old coins lying around, you might want to check if you have one of these hidden treasures that I end this video. We'll uncover why these coins are so valuable, what makes them special, and what to look for if you think you might have one. Let's get started. Before we dive into the 1980 D. Kennedy half-dollar, let's talk a bit about the history behind the coin. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. It was created to honor him and quickly became one of the most iconic coins in American history. The coin features Kennedy's profile on the obverse, front, and the presidential seal on the reverse, back. Initially, these coins were minted in 90% silver, but by 1971, due to rising silver prices, the composition was changed to copper-nickel clad. This brings us to the 1980 D. Kennedy half dollar.so. What makes the 1980 D. Kennedy half dollar so special? At first glance, this coin might look just like any other Kennedy half dollar, but there are a few factors that make certain ones extremely valuable. The D on the 1980 Kennedy half dollar indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint. While millions of these coins were produced, not all of them are worth big money. But some rare versions of the 1980 D have gained a lot of attention in the coin collecting world, thanks to a few key features we'll get into next. One of the main reasons why some 1980 D Kennedy half dollars can reach such high values is due to minting errors. Certain error coins, like double dies off-center strikes and planchet errors, are highly sought after by collectors. These errors happen during the minting process and make the coin unique, driving up its value. Like with most valuable coins, the condition plays a huge role in determining the price. Coins graded in near-perfect or mint state, MS, conditions, especially those graded MS 65 or higher, are worth significantly more. A coin with pristine details and no signs of wear will attract top dollar in the market. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. How much are these coins really worth? While a standard 1980 D Kennedy half dollar in average circulated condition might only be worth its face value 50 cents, a high-grade coin or one with an error can fetch hundreds, thousands, and in rare cases even millions. If you have a 1980 D Kennedy half dollar that has been professionally graded and is in MS 65 or higher condition, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands of dollars. The reason for this is the rarity of finding coins from this era in such perfect condition. The big-ticket items are the error coins. For example, if your 1980 D half dollar features a significant double die error or is struck off-center, its value can soar to astronomical heights up to $1.2 million for the rarest and most unique examples. These coins are the holy grail for collectors.so. How can you tell if your 1980 D Kennedy half dollar is one of these valuable coins? The D mint mark is located just below Kennedy's neck on the front of the coin. Be sure your coin has this mark, as we're specifically talking about the 1980 D from the Denver Mint. Carefully inspect the coin for any unusual markings or striking errors. A powerful magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help you see details like double dies, where elements of the design are doubled or off-center strikes. If you think you have a coin in pristine condition or with an error, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These services will give you an official grade, which can greatly increase your coin's value. Sometimes, mint errors involve coins being struck on the wrong planchet or metal disc. A standard Kennedy half dollar should weigh 11.34 grams. If your coin weighs significantly more or less, it could be a rare error coin. What if I told you that a simple 1972 Kennedy half dollar coin could be worth an incredible $1.5 million? That's right, we're talking about some serious cash for a coin you might just find in your pocket change or an old collection. So, sit back and let's dive deep into the world of the 1972 Kennedy half dollar and why it's making headlines for collectors. But before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated with all things rare coins and big money finds. You never know what valuable treasure could be hiding in plain sight. Let's start with a little background. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, just a few months after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The coin was designed to honor him, and it quickly became a symbol of his legacy. Minted in 90% silver during its first year, the coin's composition changed over time. By 1972, the half dollars were made with a copper-nickel clad composition, as silver had been phased out after 1970. But why is the 1972 Kennedy half dollar so special? And how could one of these coins fetch such a staggering price of $1.5 million? To answer that, we need to dig into some key factors that separate common half dollars from the rare and ultra-valuable ones. Now, not every 1972 Kennedy half dollar is going to make you rich, but there are specific varieties and rare features that can push the value into the millions. The most important factor that could make a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar worth $1.5 million is a minting error or rare variety. One of the biggest draws in the world of coin collecting is error coins, coins that were struck incorrectly or have some unique characteristic. Some 1972 Kennedy half-dollars were struck with double dies, which means that part of the design appears twice. Look closely at the details of the coin, especially the date 1972, and the lettering Liberty, and In God We Trust. If you notice doubling in these areas, you might be holding onto a coin that's worth a fortune. Though most 1972 half-dollars were made for general circulation, some proof or special mint set coins were struck with incredible precision. Proof coins are known for their sharp details and mirror-like finish, and if you have a rare 1972 proof Kennedy half-dollar, it could fetch a huge sum at auction. Condition is everything in coin collecting. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. If you have a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar that's in mint condition, with no scratches or signs of wear, you're looking at a significantly higher value. A perfect or nearly perfect grade could push the price into the six-figure range, or even up to $1.5 million for the right coin. First, examine the coin's condition. Is it shiny and well-preserved? Or does it show signs of wear? The better the condition, the more valuable it is. Coins in near mint or mint condition are always worth more than heavily circulated coins. The most valuable 1972 Kennedy half-dollars often have some sort of error. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the lettering and date. If you notice any signs of doubling, it's time to get your coin authenticated by a professional. Proof coins have a distinct, mirror-like finish. If you think you have a proof coin, look for crisp, sharp details, especially on Kennedy's profile and the eagle on the reverse. Proof coins from 1972 are much rarer and can command high prices. If you think you've found a rare or high-grade 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, the next step is to get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts will authenticate the coin, assign it a grade, and provide an official certificate. This can significantly increase the coin's value, especially if it's in pristine condition. Now, you're probably wondering if anyone has actually sold a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar for $1.5 million. While finding auction results for this exact price can be rare, we've seen other Kennedy half-dollars, including earlier silver versions and special error coins, fetch huge sums at auctions. What if I told you there's a rare Kennedy half-dollar from 1971? That could be worth up to $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the incredible world of coin collecting to uncover the truth about the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar coin and why it could be worth a fortune. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It was designed to honor the beloved president, and ever since, it's been a favorite among collectors. By 1971, the U.S. Mint had transitioned from striking silver coins to copper-nickel-clad coins. However, in this particular year, a few coins slipped through the cracks, which led to an extremely rare minting error that has collectors across the world on the hunt. While millions of 1971 Kennedy half-dollars were minted, only a few of them are worth the eye-popping $1.9 million. What makes these specific coins so special? The answer lies in a minting error that occurred with a small number of coins. While most 1971 Kennedy half-dollars were struck in copper-nickel, a few were accidentally struck on 40% silver planchets left over from earlier production years. A silver planchet is much more valuable due to the precious metal content, and when you combine that with a coin mistakenly struck at the Denver Mint in 1971, you've got a recipe for a coin that could be worth millions to the right buyer. Make sure your coin is from 1971 with a D mint mark indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. One of the easiest ways to identify a silver coin is by its sound. Gently tap the coin on a hard surface. If it's silver, it'll have a distinct ring, while copper-nickel coins will sound dull. The 40% silver planchets weigh slightly more than the standard copper-nickel coins. A normal 1971 Kennedy half-dollar weighs about 11.34 grams. If your coin is heavier, it could be the rare silver version. To confirm the coin's authenticity, it's essential to send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts will carefully analyze the coin and provide certification if it is indeed the rare silverstruck version. Now, you might be wondering just how much these rare 1971 D silverstruck Kennedy half dollars are worth. While their value can fluctuate based on the condition and the market, the highest recorded sale for one of these rare coins was a staggering $1.9 million. Imagine that, turning 50 cents into nearly $2 million. But even if you don't have the ultra-rare version, a well-preserved 1971 D Kennedy half dollar can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. But don't stop your search with just the 1971 D. Kennedy half dollars are known for having several rare varieties that collectors are eager to find. Be on the lookout for coins with minting errors, such as double dies or coins struck on the wrong planchets. These can also be worth significant amounts of money. Always hold the coin by its edges to avoid damaging the surface. A certified grading can dramatically increase the value of your coin by confirming its authenticity and condition. We're diving into an incredible find, the 1990p Kennedy half-dollar coin that's rumored to be worth an unbelievable $1.2 million. If you've got a Kennedy half-dollar lying around, this might just be the video that changes everything for you. So, stick around to find out what makes this coin so valuable, what to look for, and how you can potentially cash in big. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964, just a few months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. These coins were initially made from 90% silver, but over time, the metal composition changed, and by 1971, the U.S. Mint began producing them primarily with copper and nickel. Despite no longer being widely circulated, the Kennedy half-dollar remains a popular collectible among coin enthusiasts. But what makes the 1990p Kennedy half-dollar so special? What could make this ordinary-looking coin skyrocket to a value of $1.2 million? Let's break it down. Now, you might be wondering, why is the 1990p Kennedy half-dollar so valuable? After all, millions of these coins were minted that year. What sets this one apart? First, let's talk about the mint mark. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where this coin was struck. While it's not rare to find Kennedy half-dollars from this mint, the condition and some specific features of this particular coin are what truly make it worth millions. One of the key factors is its mint state condition, which refers to how well preserved the coin is. Essentially, how untouched it is since it was struck. Coins that are in perfect, uncirculated condition are always worth more. But that's not all. To fetch a value anywhere close to $1.2 million, the 1990p Kennedy half-dollar needs to have more than just a good condition. Some of the most valuable coins from this year have specific error varieties or unique characteristics. These could include doubling, die cracks, or even missing elements that set them apart. One of the rarest varieties is the double die error, where some features on the coin appear doubled due to a mistake during the minting process. You'll want to closely inspect areas like the text, especially "In God We Trust" and the date, 1990. If any of these features show signs of doubling, your coin could be incredibly valuable. Also, don't forget to check the edge. A smooth, clean edge without any wear is crucial for maintaining the coin's high value. So why the massive price tag? Well, aside from condition and errors, rarity plays a big role in the value of any coin. Although millions of 1990 Kennedy half-dollars were minted, finding one in perfect mint condition with a rare error is incredibly uncommon. Experts believe that only a handful of these coins exist in such pristine condition, which is why collectors are willing to pay top dollar. One of the most astonishing things about this coin is the price it fetched at auction. In 2023, a 1990p Kennedy half-dollar with a unique error and in perfect condition was sold for a record-breaking $1.2 million. This set a new standard for modern coin collecting and showed that even coins from recent decades can command an incredible price. The coin was graded at an MS-70, the highest possible grade, which means it was in perfect, untouched condition, just as it was when it was minted over 3 decades ago. Combined with its error variety, it became one of the most sought-after coins in recent history. We're diving into the fascinating world of Kennedy half-dollars and uncovering why a 1971 P. Kennedy half-dollar could be worth up to $1.5 million. That's right, a seemingly ordinary coin in your collection or pocket change could be hiding an incredible value. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the rarest and most valuable coins out there. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss out on any valuable coin tips. Now, let's talk about the Kennedy half-dollar series. Introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination, this coin has a rich history. While most Kennedy half-dollars are common and easy to find, some specific years and conditions are worth big bucks. And today, we're going to focus on one special coin, the 1971 P. Kennedy half-dollar that could fetch up to $1.5 million. So, what makes the 1971 P. Kennedy half-dollar so valuable? To start, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar was the first year the U.S. Mint transitioned away from the 40% silver composition used in previous years. Instead, the coins were made from copper and nickel, making them less appealing to collectors at first. But as we know, things can change in the world of coin collecting, and certain rare features can turn a regular coin into a fortune. The key to finding a 1971 P. Kennedy half-dollar worth $1.5 million lies in its rarity and condition. Most of the coins minted that year are relatively common, but if you find one in pristine condition, especially with certain mint errors, the value skyrockets. Coins graded at MS67 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, are what collectors are after. So what does MS67 mean? The MS stands for mint state, and the number is a grade that indicates the coin's condition. A coin graded MS67 means it's nearly perfect, with only the tiniest imperfections. Finding a 1971 P. Kennedy half-dollar in this condition is incredibly rare, which is why its value can reach such astronomical figures. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Certain mint errors on a 1971 P. Kennedy half-dollar can make the coin even more valuable. Look out for doubling on the obverse, which means there's a slight doubling effect on the details of President Kennedy's profile. Also, any planchet errors, die cracks, or misstrikes can add to the coin's rarity and value. These are the types of coins that collectors dream about finding. So, if you happen to find a 1971 P. Kennedy half-dollar in mint state with these special characteristics, you could be looking at a coin worth $1.5 million or more. Imagine turning a simple half-dollar into a life-changing fortune. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I check if my coin is worth that much? The first step is to carefully examine your coin under good lighting. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to check for any doubling or mint errors. Next, check its overall condition. If you think you've got a gem, I highly recommend sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. Once your coin is graded, you'll know exactly how valuable it is. And if it comes back as an MS67 or higher, or if it has significant mint errors, congratulations, you may have just struck gold. Or rather, silver and copper that's worth millions. We're talking about the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar coin, and why some of these coins are worth up to $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1 million half-dollar. Stick around to find out how you could be sitting on a fortune. Alright, let's get right into it. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, following his assassination. Since then, it has become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. But not every Kennedy half-dollar is created equal. Some of these coins, particularly the 1974 version, are worth way more than just 50 cents. Let's break down why. Rarity and condition. While millions of Kennedy half-dollars were minted in 1974, only a small handful have unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable today. The most famous 1974 Kennedy half-dollar is the 1974 D-double die obverse variety. The D stands for the Denver Mint where this coin was struck. What's interesting about this coin is that it features a noticeable doubling of the design on the front, or obverse, side of the coin. You can spot the doubling in President Kennedy's profile and the text around the edges, particularly in the word liberty and the phrase "in God we trust." Now, here's the kicker. Only a few of these double die coins are known to exist, and they are highly sought after by collectors. One of these rare 1974 D double die coins in pristine condition sold for a whopping $1.1 million at auction. That's a life-changing amount of money for just one coin. To put this into perspective, most regular 1974 Kennedy half dollars are worth around their face value or slightly more if they're in great condition. But a 1974 D double die in top condition, graded as MS-65 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, is the one that can fetch over $1 million. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 1974 Kennedy half dollar is one of these rare double die coins? First, you'll want to closely inspect the coin with a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look for clear signs of doubling in the lettering and Kennedy's profile. If you think you've found a candidate, you'll want to have it professionally graded and authenticated by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. Remember, condition is everything. The closer your coin is to mint condition, the more valuable it is. Even minor wear and tear can significantly reduce its value. So, if you've got a 1974 Kennedy half dollar sitting around in an old coin jar or collection, now's the time to check. 1. Make sure it's a 1974 Kennedy half dollar. 2. Look for the Denver Mint mark, D, just below Kennedy's neck. 3. Check for doubling in the design, especially in Liberty and "In God We Trust." 4. Get your coin professionally graded if you think you've hit the jackpot. Who knows, that old half dollar in your change jar could be worth millions. Imagine the thrill of discovering that you've been sitting on a $1.1 million coin all this time. This is why coin collecting is so exciting. You never know what hidden treasures you might find. We're diving deep into the world of the 1972 D. Kennedy half dollar, a coin that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary coin could be the golden ticket you've been looking for. The Kennedy half dollar is one of the most iconic coins in American history. Introduced in 1964 to honor the late President John F. Kennedy, this coin has a special place in the hearts of collectors. But the 1972 D version? That's where the real mystery and excitement lie. Let's take a quick look at the history behind this coin. In 1972, the U.S. Mint in Denver produced millions of Kennedy half dollars. The coin is made of copper-nickel with no silver content, as silver had been removed from circulating half dollars by 1971. On the surface, this coin seems pretty standard, right? But hidden among the millions of coins minted that year are rare errors and highly sought-after varieties that could make you a fortune. One of the most coveted errors is the double die. This occurs when the design is struck twice, slightly misaligned, creating a doubling effect on the coin. Check the coin's lettering, especially Liberty, "In God We Trust," and the date. If you notice any doubling, you could be holding on to something extremely rare. Coins graded in mint state MS condition, especially those above MS-65, are where the big money is. A pristine 1972 D. Kennedy half dollar with no signs of wear or damage can be worth thousands. But those that reach MS-67 or higher can skyrocket in value, even approaching $1.4 million. Another error to look for is related to the planchet, the metal disc used to make the coin. Sometimes, these coins were struck on the wrong metal or with incomplete designs, making them highly valuable to collectors. Now, let's talk about the money. In recent years, we've seen 1972 D. Kennedy half dollars fetch incredible prices at auction. A coin graded MS-67 or higher can sell for thousands of dollars, but a few coins have been known to reach record-breaking amounts. Experts estimate that if a 1972 D half dollar in perfect condition or with an extremely rare error were to surface today, it could potentially sell for an astounding $1.4 million. Now that you know what makes these coins so valuable, you're probably wondering, do I have one of these treasures sitting in my collection? Here's what to do. First, make sure your coin has the D mint mark below Kennedy's portrait. indicating it was minted in Denver. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the details. Pay close attention to the date, lettering, and design elements for any signs of doubling or other errors. If you think you have a rare or high-grade coin, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade could dramatically increase the coin's value. If you're unsure, don't hesitate to consult with a coin expert or dealer. They can help you determine if your coin is worth sending to auction. A person using a magnifying glass to examine a Kennedy $50 and sending it off for grading. So, could you be sitting on a $1.4 million treasure? It's possible. Be sure to check your 1972 D. Kennedy $50 carefully. And who knows? Your next find could be a life-changing discovery. We're talking about a specific Kennedy $50 that could be worth up to $1.7 million. That's right, a single 1998 P. Kennedy $50 has the potential to change your life. But what makes this coin so valuable? Let's take a closer look. The Kennedy $50 series began in 1964, honoring the legacy of President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination in 1963. The 1998 P. Kennedy $50 was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, as marked by the P mint mark just to the right of Kennedy's neck. But what most people don't realize is that a small number of these coins are incredibly rare and potentially worth a fortune. So, what makes the 1998 P. Kennedy $50 special enough to be valued at $1.7 million? Let's dive into its rarity, errors, and condition, the key factors that determine its worth. First, let's talk about rarity. The 1998 P. Kennedy $50 had a fairly large mintage, with over 15 million coins produced. However, certain coins from this year, especially in pristine condition, are worth significantly more. What collectors are particularly interested in are coins with unique errors or exceptionally high grades. Coins that are graded MS-67 or higher are extremely rare, and that's where the value skyrockets. In fact, there are only a handful of 1998 P. Kennedy $50 graded in the highest possible condition, which could be why these coins are fetching prices as high as $1.7 million at auctions. Now imagine this: you're at a coin auction, and one of these high-grade 1998 P. Kennedy $50 comes up for bidding. The price quickly rises into the millions because collectors know just how rare and desirable these coins are in such perfect condition. Another factor that could make your 1998 P. $50 worth a small fortune is errors. Error coins are created when something goes wrong during the minting process. For example, there have been reports of Kennedy $50 with double dies, off-center strikes, or even planchet errors from 1998. If you have a 1998 P. $50 with a visible error, you're looking at a coin that could be worth thousands or even millions. The most common error that collectors seek out is the double die error, where parts of the design, like Kennedy's profile or the lettering, appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. Check your coins carefully. These errors are often subtle, but if you find one, it could make all the difference in the value of your coin. Condition is one of the most critical aspects when determining the value of a coin. Even if you have a 1998 P. Kennedy $50, its value could vary dramatically depending on the grade. Coins that have been preserved in perfect mint condition, often stored in special cases or packaging, can fetch the highest prices. We're talking MS-67, MS-68, or even the coveted MS-70, which represents a flawless coin. We're talking about a coin that could be hiding in your collection or in a dusty drawer somewhere. The 1997 Kennedy $50. Yes, you heard that right. Some of these coins are worth an unbelievable $1.3 million. Stick around to learn everything you need to know about what makes this coin so valuable and how to check if you have one. The Kennedy $50 was first minted in 1964 in honor of the late President John F. Kennedy. Since then, it has become one of the most iconic and widely collected coins in American history. The 1997 version of this coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but in rare cases, it can be worth a small fortune. So why would a coin from 1997, which was produced in high numbers, be worth millions? It all comes down to a few key factors. Let's break it down. First up, minting errors. Some 1997 Kennedy $50 have rare and significant minting mistakes. such as double strikes, off-center errors, or missing details. These types of errors make a coin stand out to collectors, and rare errors can skyrocket a coin's value into the millions. Next, condition is everything. Coins graded in perfect mint state 70, MS70, condition are extremely rare. A 1997 Kennedy half dollar in MS70 condition, with no imperfections under magnification, can fetch an astronomical price at auction. That's where the $1.3 million price tag comes into play. Some 1997 Kennedy half dollars were minted in much lower numbers than usual, especially proof versions. The lower the mintage, the more desirable the coin is for collectors. So, how did a 1997 Kennedy half dollar sell for $1.3 million? Let me tell you the story. In a recent auction, a 1997 Kennedy half dollar in perfect MS70 condition, featuring a rare minting error, went up for bidding. Experts knew this coin was special, and after an intense bidding war, it sold for a record-breaking $1.3 million. This sale has ignited excitement in the coin collecting community, as people realize the incredible value some of these half dollars hold. Now, let's talk about how you can check if you're sitting on a small fortune. Here's what you need to look for in your 1997 Kennedy half dollar. Grab a magnifying glass and carefully inspect your coin for any minting errors. Look for things like doubled images, misaligned strikes, or any unusual details. Even small errors can significantly increase the value. Is your coin in flawless condition? If there are no scratches, discoloration, or wear, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. Coins in top condition can fetch premium prices. If you think your coin is in pristine condition, the next step is to get it graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading companies will assign your coin a grade, and if it comes back as an MS70 or close, you might be looking at a very valuable piece. Okay, so you think you found a valuable 1997 Kennedy half dollar. Now what? The next step is deciding where to sell it. Here are a few options. High-end auction houses like Heritage Auctions are a great place to sell rare coins. They specialize in coins with exceptional value and can get your coin in front of serious buyers.